All right, welcome back to another Central Illinois Customer Service Association Spotlight. I am here with Nick, and he is with TechGuard Security. Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business?
Yeah. So we're TechGuard Security. We're a woman-owned cybersecurity company. I've been around coming up on 24 years in January.
Wow.
So excited about that. Being in the cyber and the tech space, that's a pretty old company,
Yeah.
given the new field. But we are a proactive and preventative company. Meaning we stay on obviously the proactive and preventative side. So we try to prevent, the cyber attacks from happening through our services, and making you aware kind of what your risk is, allowing you, essentially to quantify that risk, and allow you to kind of value or where you want to put your time and resources when it comes to your cybersecurity posture.
Yeah, helping people get in front of it. So they're not one of those people being held for a bunch of Bitcoin.
Yep, exactly. And a lot of the times, small businesses are a prime target. Local businesses, smaller businesses, just because they don't have the time and the resources to deal with it, but they are a big target. So that's working with the small businesses and helping them, like you said, just preventing that, the holdup from having to pay a ransomware or lose all of your files, things like that.
Yeah. So. Very nice. So how did you hear about CILSA and what made you decide to join?
Yep. So I heard about CILSA through Tracy Dow at the Springfield Running Center, and also Michael Thomas from Express mentioned it.
That's funny. That's how I did.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Recommended, joining to us, recommended coming out to an event. Actually, the first event we went to was the Austin Hatch speaker downtown. So really enjoyed that. I found it to be informational. The networking I found to be worthwhile. But then also every event I've gone to, I've left there feeling like I've learned something new. Just the educational part of it, I think, have always been what I've enjoyed.
Yeah, awesome. Well, how at TechGuard do you guys define, customer services, and what kind of principles do you kind of guide you in delivering excellent customer service?
Yeah, definitely. So we believe everything, and kind of in our services in our line, cybersecurity and tech to begin with is foreign to a lot of people if you're not in the cyber or the tech space. So we really pride ourselves on, yes, we get in there and we get technical and all of that, but then we're able to deliver that to you in a perspective that you can understand. So essentially, that sense of customer service is taking basically a foreign language, being your cybersecurity, where you're at, all of that, taking that and putting that into a verbiage that you'll understand and be able to process and kind of allow you to truly assess that risk versus trying to understand that something that may be very technical when it really doesn't have to be, if you can explain it in another way there. And then just overall, our customer service, we have a team of technical account managers, so they're working day in, day out with clients, making sure their needs are met, being proactive, really just kind of back to the golden rule. If you were in their shoes, how would you want to be treated? I know the way we definitely practice what we preach. So
yeah, it's interesting you mentioned the just even the terminology and making sure it's simplified for people as much as they need it simplified. I mean, we run into that at Ubox just with marketing terms, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have any idea what that means. You know what I mean? So it's, some people will say that, and you got to kind of break it down for them a little simplified. And sometimes it's hard to gauge like when to go this route or this route, because you don't want someone to think you're talking to them like they're idiots.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to make sure they understand it.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. You got to realize who you're talking to and how technical, how technical you can get. 'Cause I'm sure from your perspective in marketing, there's the different strategies not strategies, but different techniques and, ratios and all this different thing.
Yeah.
All that different stuff.
Yeah.
So
there's all kinds of weird slogans. I mean, even the bbasic ones, like an impression and reach, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people are just like, I don't know what that,
Yep. Shoot it to me straight.
Yeah. How about, can you tell me about a time when your team maybe went above and beyond on maybe a situation or something that was happening to deliver quality customer service, and maybe speak to how that helped kind of solidify maybe some customer loyalty there.
So we work, we got clients, really technically all over the world, we do, but we had a client here, a local municipality that was getting ready to send out their payroll for the week. They had reached out on a Tuesday. Their network admin had some questions about kind of the security of the app that they were using, and he wanted to check it before they sent it out. So we were able to go in. We were actually able to find some vulnerabilities. They were able to fix those prior to sending out payroll. So they're just going above and beyond, making sure they were secure. There was a quick turnaround.
In a short period of time, so they could get paid. Nobody likes to not get paid.
Exactly. And that's when you start talking about people's money. That's when you're really striking a chord for that. So, and then just showing that we're in their corner. We're truly here to help. We want to help secure organizations. So then just building that trust, and he saw what the whole they all saw how serious we took their need or their worry, and we're able to make that our priority and get that issue resolved for them, which municipality, you're talking 20-30,000 employees potentially not getting paid, so that could have been a big hit.
Awesome. Well, it's nice you guys had the capability to address it that quickly and make sure they were taken care of.
Definitely, for happy
sure.
to help.
What's one of the biggest challenges maybe that you faced regarding like customer service in your industry?
Yeah, I would say one of the bigger challenges is just the building that trust, just being able to get the foot in the door, in terms of showing organizations, hey, we really are here to help. I think there's cyber, a lot of times people think it's not going to happen to them. So just really portraying that, portraying and truly genuinely showing them, we have your best interests in mind, and that's how we're going to operate. We really pride ourselves on taking a holistic approach, looking at really all-encompassing, view of your overall cybersecurity posture, and then that way, we can truly work on improving it versus just selling you a service that you don't need is a way. So that's just been the tough part there, and just kind of building that. But in terms of, I guess, really like a true customer service issue, I guess maybe we're fortunate, maybe just too customers demanding maybe too much, too quick of a response time. But fortunately,
everyone always wants everything done right away. And
immediately is the.
I always feel bad when I'm that person asking for it. I usually preface it with that. I'm like, I hate to call and ask this, and be honest with me if you can't do it.
Yep.
I always hate to be that person.
It's definitely.
But when someone does it and pulls it through for you, you know what I mean? That means a lot. So
yeah, it really goes a long way.
It's got to be challenging too with like in your industry. So many, and it kind of, some of that crosses over to ours a little bit, but like all the scams that happen, like we get letters in the mail all the time about your domain is expiring, and I'm like, we literally own our own domain. Like, what are you talking about? Like that happens to people all the time. So when it comes to technology, I think people get this like, they build this wall up. You know what I mean? Where they're like scared to even give anybody access to anything, and it's like, how do I know that what I'm doing is safe? So I could see that. Yeah,
and especially, when you start talking about cybersecurity, and it's like I said earlier, it's such a foreign kind of topic to a lot of people. A lot of business owners are financially driven. Whether that's just their background, not necessarily financially driven in that sense, but that's just their background is, that's what they're used to. So cyber and IT is just kind of, it needs to work for them. They don't want to think about it.
Right.
So then when you, like you just said, come in with that, hey, I'm here to help, that can also kind of backfire sometimes. So
awesome. Well, Nick, we definitely appreciate you being a member of CILSA and supporting that cause. We got an exciting 2024 we're kind of building up, so that'll be nice. got our first one of our first events will be a collaboration with Rise.
Very
We're gonna do
nice.
a March Madness event out at
Yep.
Motorheads. Details on that to come. But Nick, where can people find you or get a hold of you, or what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, definitely. LinkedIn is a good spot. Nicholas Koch there. Email nicholas.koch@techguardsecurity.com. Shoot me an email, give me a call, 618-979-4980. Generally, I just want to be a resource in the community here to help. Let's keep you focused on running your business, and let us, kind of handle your cybersecurity and keep the doors open.
Awesome. Well, my name is Andrew Bartlett with the board of the Central Illinois Customer Service Association, and we are at Hoopbox Studio. And stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks.